Staying positive in a negative situation is one of the most powerful skills a person can cultivate. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and unforeseen difficulties, and how we choose to respond plays a significant role in shaping our emotional well-being, relationships, and success. Positivity is not about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to see the opportunity within the difficulty, learning to shift focus from what's going wrong to what can be done, and maintaining hope even in the darkest moments. In difficult situations, our initial reaction often stems from fear, anger, disappointment, or frustration. These emotions are natural, but dwelling in them can cloud judgment and block productive thinking. Practicing positivity means allowing yourself to feel those emotions without being consumed by them. It's a conscious choice to shift the narrative from "why is this happening to me" to "what can I learn from this?" This mental shift doesn't come overnight, but with consistent effort, it becomes second nature. The power of positivity lies in its ability to reframe experiences, offering clarity, peace, and even strength during adversity. One of the first steps to being positive in a negative situation is to accept the reality of what is happening. Denial prolongs suffering. When you acknowledge the problem, you place yourself in a position of power. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means understanding where you are so you can begin to move forward. From that point, you can start to take constructive actions. Positivity grows when paired with action. Even small steps can create momentum, and momentum breeds confidence. When you see yourself making progress, no matter how small, it becomes easier to keep a positive outlook. Gratitude is another powerful tool for fostering positivity. Even in the worst circumstances, there is often something to be thankful for. A kind word, a lesson learned, a friend who shows up when you need them. When you train your mind to focus on gratitude, you retrain your brain to look for the good rather than the bad. This shift in focus doesn't change the situation, but it changes how you experience it. It opens the door to optimism, and optimism is what keeps people moving forward in the face of adversity. The people you surround yourself with can also influence your mindset. When you're in a negative situation, being around others who are hopeful, encouraging, and supportive can make a big difference. Positivity is contagious, just like negativity. Choose to spend time with people who uplift you, who listen without judgment, and who remind you of your strength. Supportive relationships provide a buffer against stress and offer perspective when your own outlook becomes clouded. Sometimes, just hearing someone say, "You've got this," is enough to reignite your hope. Mindfulness and self-awareness are critical tools in staying positive. Being mindful allows you to notice when your thoughts are spiraling into negativity. With practice, you can interrupt those patterns and replace them with more constructive thoughts. For instance, rather than thinking, "This is a disaster, and I can't handle it," you might reframe it as, "This is hard, but I've been through tough things before, and I can figure this out too." Affirmations, journaling, and deep breathing are practices that can help reinforce this kind of thinking, grounding you in the present and calming your mind. Another important aspect of positivity is maintaining perspective. In the heat of a negative moment, it's easy to believe that the situation will last forever, but most difficulties are temporary. Looking back on past challenges can be helpful, remembering how you overcame them, what you learned, and how you grew. Life is a series of highs and lows, and it's often the tough moments that shape our character the most. With the right mindset, adversity becomes a teacher, and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. It's also vital to have compassion for yourself. Negativity often brings self-criticism, You may blame yourself for the situation or feel weak for struggling, but self-kindness is an essential part of resilience. Remind yourself that it's okay to not be okay all the time. Allow yourself to rest, to cry, to express frustration, but do so with gentleness rather than judgment. Treat yourself the way you would treat a friend in a similar situation, with encouragement, empathy, and love. Having a sense of purpose can also help keep your spirit positive when things go wrong. When you're connected to something bigger than yourself, a goal, a mission, a passion, it provides direction and meaning. It becomes the why that fuels the how. Whether it's a desire to support your family, contribute to your community, or simply become a better version of yourself. Having a purpose gives you something to hold on to. It reminds you that this moment, no matter how difficult, is part of a larger journey. Lastly, understand that being positive doesn't mean you won't have bad days. It doesn't mean you ignore pain or pretend to be happy all the time. True positivity is rooted in resilience, the ability to bounce back after falling. It's about choosing to hope, choosing to keep going, and choosing to believe that something good can come out of something bad. It's a mindset built on faith in the future and trust in your ability to grow. Negativity will always be a part of life, but it doesn't have to define your experience. You can choose how you respond. You can build habits and perspectives that allow you to see light in the darkness. You can surround yourself with people and practices that support your mental and emotional well-being. And you can remind yourself in every difficult moment that you are stronger than your circumstances. This is the power of positivity, not just a cheerful attitude, but a profound inner strength that empowers you to face whatever comes with courage, hope, and grace.